Hey guys, it's Rumblin' Man coming to you tonight from Florida, and in this video, I'm going to replace the pickup in my road-worn Fender 50's Precision bass with a boutique pickup, so make sure you stick with me. So guys, I want to welcome you to the Rumblin' Man channel tonight. I'm Rumblin' Man, and this is a guitar and bass YouTube channel where we cover all the gear we can as relates to guitar and bass. We also have various tutorials and fun videos like this one, comparisons and demos, things like that. So if you're into that kind of content, do me a favor, go and hit the subscribe button and give me a thumbs up so that YouTube will be more likely to recommend my video in searches for products and demos like what we're gonna hear today. So this video is gonna chronicle a pickup change. While we're not going to actually film the whole process of changing the pickup, we are gonna hear demos of before and after, so make sure you stick with me because you are gonna like this video quite a bit, okay? So this is at the moment, this is my favorite bass that I have. This is my Fender Classic Series, road-worn, made in Mexico, 50's Precision bass. It's a 57 or 58 reissue, in the late 50s when they had, gone to the split coil pickup, and they were still doing the maple fretboards and the gold anodized aluminum pick guards. And I just really love this bass. In fact, if you look at a video of mine called The Ones That Got Away, I talked about the basses that got away from me over the years. I had another one of these in Sunburst years ago when I was in Seattle and had to sell it to survive. So I just kind of thank God that now I have one of these again and in this cool Fiesta red color. And it's a great bass that is strung up with flat wound strings, and I've been using it on a ton of recording lately. The problem is that, in Seattle when I was playing with bands and using round wound strings, I found that the tone of this bass all stock just totally kicked. Like, it was perfect for me. But now that I'm doing a little more focused recording with it than I was back then, and really working with it on my own and working with flat wound strings, I have found the recorded tone of this bass lately to be a little unsatisfying. I've found it to be a little darker and puffier than I would like for it to be, a little less articulate than I would like for it to be. So tonight we are going to change the pickup. The original stock pickup in this bass is simply a Fender, late 50s recreation. And while I do love vintage tones, the kind of vintage P-Bass tones that I'm looking for are not late 50s vintage P-Bass tones. I'm looking for, early to mid 60s vintage P-Bass tones. Like, to me, that's the era. I mean, when you listen to records that have, Carol Kaye or James Jamerson, those were generally 60s P-Basses. But to change the pickup, if I want to get, 60s style vintage bass tones, but do so with, modern clarity and punch, then I need to use a boutique pickup that was crafted to do just that, okay? And so the pickup that we are putting in this bass in this video is a pickup that is boutique, handmade, and crafted especially to be like the vintage tones of old from the 60s, but with a little more modern clarity and articulation. So you get the best of both worlds with this boutique pickup I'm gonna put in. You get the classic vintage tone, wound vintage specifications, but you get a little bit of the new, more modern clarity and articulate punch, okay? And that pickup is none other than the Sonic Pickups Bygone Precision Bass pickup. This is just an awesome pickup, handmade in California by Mike at Sonic Pickups, and it is simply great, and I can't say enough good things about it. In fact, I've got other videos, demoing this pickup in the past, but now we are gonna put it in my workhorse P-Bass and see how it sounds, okay? So before we get on to the demo of the Fender versus the Sonic, let's just take a listen a little bit to how this bass sounds stock with the Fender 50 style pickup, along with the strings that I'm using, which are Thomas Dick Infeld flat wound strings. Let's check it out. I don't really know. It just hasn't been working for me. And I mean, yes, I've used it on some studio stuff recently, and I'll keep those tracks, but I'm looking for a better, more well-rounded sound out of this bass. So as you may have noticed in the demo we watched just now, I did shoot the scenes earlier today. I was in between doing some yard work, so I shot the scenes with the Fender Pickup, and then later performed the installation, and then tonight I'm shooting the scenes with the Sonic Pickup. That said, you'll love this demo because the bass is being recorded extremely fairly. It's being recorded the exact same way. It's being plugged with the same cable both times into my Scarlett Focusrite interface. And it's with the same volume setting on the interface into the same software. So the two tracks in each comparison demo are getting the same exact treatment. And I'm not really touching them other than putting some master compression on the final wave file. Okay, so that is how cool this is going to be. We're going to really get close here. So first, let's listen to some fingerstyle playing. On these two pickups, we'll have them just kind of shoot out in order, Fender, Sonic, and see how it sounds. I'll play with my fingers in a couple different positions, and let's just kind of see which sounds better to our ears with classic fingerstyle playing on these flat wound strings. Let's check it out. So pretty cool. Honestly, for me in that demo, the Sonic Pickup's Bygone Precision Bass Pickup absolutely wins. To me, it has a little bit of a bright edge, like in the higher range. It has a bright edge that the Fender Pickup did not have, and it definitely has a punch. It definitely has a punch that the Fender Pickup lacked. Quite honestly, usually if I'm playing a P-Bass with flat wound strings, most of that time I will be playing with a pick, just because a picked P-Bass with flat wound strings sounds awesome. In fact, it was Carol Kay that played with a pick, on those records from the 60s and 70s and beyond. James Jamerson was a finger player, so that has its place too. But let's check out this pick demo. Let's pick both basses and see which one sounds better to our ears. Let's hear it. So in that demo, to me, Sonic wins again. The interesting thing was, did you see the part where I turned the tone knob down? To me, when the tone knob was turned all the way down, they sounded almost identical to me, which honestly, that's a compliment to Sonic for getting so close to, Fender's vintage specs. So with the tone knob at 0, they sounded very alike to me, but full on at 10, to me, the Sonic pickup just kind of has what the Fender pickup has been lacking to me, and what's been kind of disappointing me about the Fender pickup is just, not enough of that dynamic to it. I really think the Sonic takes the spotlight, and also I think the Sonic pickup, even if you're using flat wound strings, has a sound that's usable in contemporary music. To me, the Fender pickup is just a real old vintage sound, but like pre-vintage to me, too vintage, too old, before the 60s. To me, the Sonic pickup has that 60s kind of tone, but it also has some modern clarity and brightness to it. It sounds amazing with flat wound strings, and we'll do a demo with it, with rounds at some point as well. But I'm using flats on this bass right now, so that's what works. But so let's just listen to it a little more, picked a little more. What I want to do is I'm going to play in 2 different playing zones on this demo, so you can hear the Sonic pickup a little more. First, I'm going to play, kind of up here in the neck position, which is kind of where the musicians in the 60s used to kind of play when they play with a pick. And then after that, I'm going to play where I like to play, which is toward the bridge position, just a little bit behind the pickup. And we'll just kind of hear how it sounds both ways. And yeah, so let's check it out. So guys, a very cool pickup. So which one did you think sounded better? Do you agree with me that the Sonic totally blows the other one out of the water? Or did you like the Fender tone better? Let me know in the comments of this video. Also, if you want to go on and get your very own Sonic Pickups Bygone Precision Bass pickup, I definitely recommend doing so. They're actually pretty affordable for a boutique pickup. So I actually have a link in the description of this video where you can go on and check that out for yourself. Okay, you can also check out my other videos with this bass and other P-Bass related demos. And until the next video, God bless you guys, and I will see you soon. All right, peace.